Hey guys, Noam Lightstone coming back at you again. It's the end of the day. I'm pretty tired, but I had something on my mind about life scripts, and this is going to be a bit of an extension of the video I did on not looking at what other people are doing and just blocking it out and putting on horse blinders, and I'll link that below. But back, I would say, I guess in the 40s, 50s, a certain life script was developed, maybe even as early as 20s or 30s, where it was, grow up, go through basic schooling, then go to university or college, and then get a job, work 40 some odd years, and then retire, and then you also, before retirement, the marriage, and then you die, unfortunately. Um, Recently, that's all been turned up on its head with the advent of internet technology, and the big thing about the 4-hour work week is people are starting to ask these questions about whether that's really what they want to do. Now, in that looking to other people video, I talked about how a lot of us are scared, so we take default paths. So we look to other people and what they do, trying to model that or even just copy it because we assume it's going to make us happy without actually thinking about it. Because in that video, I talked about how you should make a choice if you're not happy to try something, see if it doesn't make you happy, try something else, etc., and so forth. So you're actually being present, I guess, with the decision to try something. But a lot of people will make decisions and look to other people and try to get what they have, not because they're doing it on purpose, but because they just don't know any better, or they think they're really suffering and they think that's going to make them happy. But with life scripts, what I want to say is that I think you really have to be an entrepreneur to kind of go down this path. I don't think you're going to get this freedom if you're working for a company, and I'll get into it, but we live in this time where for the first time in your life, you can really define almost every single part of your life. So how much do you want to be working? Where do you want to work? Where do you want to live? Do you want to spend 6 months there, 12 months there, 2 years there, then go back home for 3 months, then go somewhere else? Do you want to move around every single week? Do you want to move around every single month? Do you want to run 3 businesses? Do you want to run one? Do you want it to make 2K per month, 3K per month? Like, there's all these things that you can decide and kind of handpick exactly what you want and where you want to be spending your time, what you want to be doing during your day. And I used to look at people who are doing these odd things, I thought. So, I mentioned about Startup Silicon Life a lot, about working 18 hours a day, and that's not something I like to do, at least usually not. And then there's some people who work 1 hour a day, and some people who, take a week to go surfing. And sometimes this stuff, it's kind of weird for me because I'm used to being very structured, and I'm actually becoming more relaxed. I'm still very structured and routine-based, but I see the awesome parts about, taking breaks or taking, spur of the moment kind of trips and stuff like that. But again, you can define and construct all these items for the first time ever because you can make whatever you want happen, especially with online technology and internet business. Now, again, I mentioned that I don't think you can do or have all this freedom with your choices if you're in a job because, yeah, you can say you work part-time, but you're still only going to get a certain amount of time for sick leave, and then if you don't show up a lot, you're going to get fired, basically. So I think you can really only have this freedom if you own your own business. But again, you could have a business where you just want to make 2K and maybe you're doing all the work. So let's say you're a copywriter, or you want to have 5K a month and be an agency owner where you are managing all these people, but they're doing all the work for you. Or you could have a subscription-based app or a software as a service, a SaaS, where you're not doing any management and you're just throwing it out there, and you use Facebook ads and a funnel and just automate it, and then you don't even want to touch it again. And again, you could be surfing in Bali or like hanging out in Tokyo for 3 months at a time, and then go back to visit your family. And you could spend just 3 days working a week. You could work 7 days a week. You have all this freedom, which you never had before. Now, to wrap this all up and talk about life scripts, it's the first time, and I think again it's the start of something big. It's already started, but it's going to go bigger and bigger, where you can make all these decisions, and a lot of people are going to be confused because the default setting is still the 9 to 5 work 40 years, etc., and so forth sort of thing. And when you start making these decisions about, say, working only 3 days a week, working half days, so you work, say, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then you're done, going surfing midday, going to the gym midday, all this stuff, it might even, be weird for you. I mean, it's starting to be weird for me. I'm asking these questions because I started asking these questions about looking at other people and what they're doing with how many hours they're working, how many hours do I want to work, what do I want to be doing with my time. It's the first time where we can really ask these questions and really construct our lives and our days exactly as we want them to be. Of course, it doesn't happen all at once, and we have to sometimes eat some shit to get there. Like we can't really skip to just making a 10K per month passive income business. Whoever tells you that is fucking lying. But you can work your way there for sure. And you can work your way to residual income and all that type of stuff. It's just going to take a while. So if you haven't thought about what's going on and really structure your day out and what you're doing, think about that and think about where you want to take your life. What do you want to be doing? Where do you want to be living? Like where is your vision going? And you can either do that with like goal planning. So Taylor Pearson has a great quarterly review, which includes like a 25-year vision and yearly goals and stuff like that, which I really like. There's also Mark Manson's life purpose report, which has you define 3 to 4 annual goals, which I really like as well. Or you could just really sit down and take 2 or 3 hours and think, what do you want to be doing each day? For me, my end goal is to have some sort of service-based business. At least these are my goals right now, where I'm spending maximum like 2, maybe 4 hours a week, or I don't know, maybe I'll sell it, but 2 to 4 hours a week managing it. Everything else is done automatically. And the rest of the time I want to be doing something moving into e-commerce, I think. And then also just making videos like this, creating content, and hopefully it helps people. At least right now, I don't really care about the monetization aspect. I just like doing the videos and talking to people and then writing stuff for fun too. If it makes money, cool. If it doesn't, well, it is what it is. The funny thing is, back when I was really trying for my blogs to make money, it took a lot of the fun out of the writing and stuff. And now I would be writing books and stuff, even if no one paid me. I would still do it because, I don't know, it's just something I like to do. And I would like to keep doing it, even if, again, it wasn't my job. So my ideal day has to deal with waking up whenever I really feel like it, so my body's nice and rested, exercising every day, hanging out with people I really love and care about and who are important to me, talking to my friends, recording cool interviews and sharing them, maybe working on a cool business, and then just learning lots of hobbies and passions and stuff like that. Those are all elements that go into my ideal day, but eventually not working on something like a service business. But for now I'm okay with it because life's not so bad. But again, define what your own ideal day is and your life script and where you want to be going, because as soon as you set that target, you can take the steps to get there. And again, it's the first time in history where you really can just structure out your day to whatever you want and go get it.